think it's fair to say that the President of the United States has caused, well, something of a rumpus over here in the United Kingdom following that press conference inside the ballroom of his golf resort in Scotland. But further down in London, there are now tears, literally, at City Hall. And this is all thanks to what was once a budding and vibrant friendship. Well, it's all seemingly gone wrong. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lovely to have your company. And this green corner that I've managed to find away from the rain. Yes, I know. lovely summer sort of rain that's doesn't really sort of, it's nice, isn't it? Because it's just like a sort of shower in your bathroom, but it's not that bad in many respects, because consequently, you know it's not going to be around for long. It's not like winter, is it? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants the sound of winter at this point in their life. But of course, dark clouds are gathering literally over in, well, 10 Downing Street and at City Hall. City Hall is the home, of course, of the current Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. Now, this is Sadiq Khan that can't understand basic English, looks into space when other members are speaking to him, and is completely, well, disremoved from everything that really needs to be dealt with inside London. And that was highlighted very succinctly by the President of the United States, Donald Trump. We haven't had a wave. Nice to see you. Sorry. No, slacking, you see, getting involved in the story. Now, here's where this gets interesting, because as we now know, Donald was more than, shall we say, vibrant in his speech, basically saying that, you know, the Mayor of London was a nasty person and is running London into the ground. Lots of people were absolutely thrilled with this very public message. Of course, none really than the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Keir Starmer, who just meekly offered, oh, he's a friend of mine. You know, in the media training land, it's best to zip it when you have nothing concrete to say. But this is Keir Starmer, who sounds, you know, many people suggest, like he's got a sink plunger stuck in his throat permanently. He can never really enunciate anything in a way where you think, okay, that sounds interesting. Absolutely was wiped the floor with on the world stage by President Trump. But the ramifications get worse, oh yes, because you see the Deputy British Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, was busy at 10 Downing Street welcoming the Lionesses, who've done so well to put us back on the map and the world stage of sport. Congratulations again, ladies. What's interesting here, though, and this is where this for me gets really interesting, is the fact that, well, consequently, as you can imagine, Sadiq Khan is now furious, near to tears and almost crying into his cornflakes, simply because so far he hasn't had a public denunciation of exactly what the president said. Now, that weak gesture from Prime Minister Starmer really wasn't enough for, of course, the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. No, he wanted something bigger. So according to a very well-placed source, he turned to Angela Rayner. Now, remember, Angela Rayner has history by being very disrespectful to President Trump herself. Oh yes, remember this. But what's interesting here, you see, is Angela now is very clear about wanting Starmer's job. Oh, without a doubt, do not think that this is not happening. And by that, you see, she can't afford to offend the President of the United States by simply stating, well, no, you know, she agrees or it was an awful thing to say. She won't come out publicly and say it. And this is what's going to cause fractions inside that particular party. You see, Sadiq Khan believes, or they were chums after all, she helped him get re-elected as the Mayor of London. She called him a friend. But Angela is a careerist. She loves everything that comes with that job. The ministerial cars, the free homes, everything given to her that she, some people might suggest, has worked very hard for, breaking through, as the classic line is, the glass ceiling. But you see, politics is about blame and game. And the bottom line is now for Sadiq Khan, he's feeling that the people that he helped support push up there to win that general election, he's not feeling the love back. Certainly not from Angela, who remains incommunicado and has not taken any calls directly from the Mayor of London. At the time of recording this, we do expect Sadiq Khan to reiterate a message back. But this is where it gets even more tricky. The growing stances that most of the UK over here were absolutely and fully thrilled with what the President of the United States said about the way that London is now despicably run. And more importantly, Angela Rayner's silence speaks volumes. Who does she agree with? Khan or the President of the United States? It's very clear, isn't it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.